The normalization of trade relations between Cuba and the United States is good news for Oklahoma farmers. And today, John Collison and I are talking about a trip that we took about 10 years ago to Cuba with a bunch of Farm Bureau delegates and farmers. And John, that was quite a trip.
You know, it was. It was important 10 years ago, and it's important today. This is really a big issue, not for just for Oklahoma, but for America. And we do look at it from the agricultural side of things. We think it's important. We saw firsthand down there 10 years ago what that market could do. And truthfully, you know, when you look back there, I've always been a big proponent that if we opened up trade relations with Cuba, it would probably hurt the dictatorship down there. The market would flood, the economy, the democracy would probably come that way. I know that's not always a common thinking, but we saw it firsthand. And it's something that's been very important to our members for a long time. Wheat, cattle trade, you know, it's right off the coast of Florida, and it's something that we think we want to see and we would encourage to happen.
Right now, we have trade with Cuba. About $350 million worth of U.S. goods went to Cuba. And it's a good market for Oklahoma wheat. The last shipment we had, about 1 million bushels of Oklahoma wheat went down there. The whole issue has been the credit.
Right.
That Cuba needs to get credit to buy our goods, and that could be a stumbling block.
Yeah, you know, credit and monetary funds have always been the issue. Hopefully this will subside some of those problems and take care of some of these problems. Again, you know, it's 54 years that this problem's been in place. It's time to open up, especially agriculture trade, and get that currency situation right. Because, you know, I don't think the Castro regime has ever gone hungry a day in their life, but we did see firsthand, you know, the problems that were rife in Cuba because of lack of food, because of lack of power, lack of electricity. It is a market ripe for America to move in. And again, I know there's a lot of politics involved in it. From my own personal opinion, I think if we did normalize trade, it would hurt the regime that's in place today. And the democracy, I think, would reign free because the American dollar would flow into Cuba and help out.
Well, my memories of that country is it's a beautiful country, great people. It could have a lot of good publicity from the United States. The tourists ought to go there. It's good for agriculture, a lot of good things about having better trade with Cuba.